What's up, motherfuckers? This is Mike here, and without my buddy Marth, for once. For reasons that you probably won't understand and probably won't give two fucks about either. But anyway, that's not why I'm here. I'm here today because I'm gonna give you my predictions for tomorrow, for Night of Champions 2013, which is going to take place tomorrow. And I just want to give out my quick thoughts on this pay-per-view before the actual pay-per-view that takes place tomorrow at midnight, which I won't be able to watch because it'll be on at midnight here in the UK where I live, and I'll have to be in bed by then because I got college the next day. Anyway, first the first match, no, the pre-show. I'm sorry, the kickoff. The kickoff. It's gonna be the second time we've had a tag team turmoil match at Night of Champions. And again, the Usos are in it. I don't know why. They don't deserve it, but I don't care. So apart from the Usos, we got the primetime players consisting of Titus O'Neil and Darren Young. We got 3MB, who's going to be either Jinder Mahal or Heath Slater or Drew McIntyre, or Jinder Mahal and Drew McIntyre. I don't know. I don't care because I don't care about 3MB, but except Drew McIntyre. Yeah, so it's either gonna be one of those three pairings that I just mentioned, and we got and then we got the Usos, then we got the Real Americans, we the people. Sorry, I'm a real Zeb Colter supporter. Anyway, we got the Real Americans consisting of Jack Swagger and Antonio Cesaro, and oh shit. Yeah, sorry about that. My parents always have to wander up and down outside my fucking room. Anyway. And then we got tons of Funk, who for some reason made it into this tag team turmoil match. And why is this tag team turmoil taking place, you ask? Well, reason is simple. To determine who's going to face the Shield later on in that night for the tag team gold, or bronze in this case. Anyway, this tag team turmoil match, I think it should be pretty fucking awesome. And I like the idea of tag team turmoils. One thing that really annoys me is that the Usos are in it again. I just don't get it. The Usos have already had their shot at Money in the Bank. Give it to someone else. Sorry if I pause an awful lot. It's just my parents always wander up and down outside my room, and I don't want them to come in. So it'll disturb my predictions anyway. Yeah, I think this match should be pretty good. I mean, it's a tag team turmoil. How could it not be good? Yeah, it should be a pretty decent match. I think it's gonna be pretty pretty slow to begin with, but I think it's gonna start off a bit slow, but then pick up as more teams come in. And as for who I want to win, that's obvious. I want the Real Americans to win. I want we, the people, to become victorious and earn our shot at the Shield later on in the night for the Tag Team Championship. If Swagger and Cesaro win, America wins. I'm sorry about that. Sorry, I'm a real Zeb Colter supporter. I support Zeb Colter and I love the Real Americans. They're the best. They're my favourite tag team right now. So yeah, I want the Real Americans to win. As for who I think is gonna win, I really don't see 3MB or Tons of Funk winning this. Primetime players have got a kind of just slightly below average chance. I think who I think is most likely to win are either the Usos or the Real Americans. I just hope it's the Real Americans, because if not, I'm gonna be pretty fucking pissed off. So anyway, enough of the tag team turmoil. Now let's move on to the WWE Championship match. Randy Orton defending his newly won WWE title back at SummerSlam against the one and only, the flying goat face, Daniel Bryan. I think this should be a pretty good match, especially the whole Orton Bryan new corporate 2.0 thingy going on. Yeah, I think it should probably like start off like I'm thinking it's most likely going to be Orton dominating with his his slow ass action, like slow but dominant action for like close to half of the match, and then Daniel Bryan kicks in his comebacks and then speeds the match up. Then Orton slows it down again. I don't know. I'm just talking bullshit. Anyway, I think in this match I'm kind of expecting Big Show. I'm kind of expecting the Triple H to sending Big Show and knock off Daniel Bryan or something. And then, I don't know why, but I've got a feeling that Wade Barrett might interfere in this match as well. I mean, come on, the guy got his beard shaved off, for fuck's sake. Why do you think you really think he wouldn't want some retribution against Daniel Bryan? Come on! He didn't interfere to fuck Daniel Bryan over at SummerSlam, so I don't see him why he can't do it at Night of Champions. Who I want to win? Randy Orton, obviously, because I'm going to tell you right now, I'm not a big Daniel Bryan fan. So, sorry, again, I like Daniel Bryan, but it's just the way some people talk about him that's putting me off him. Like, they treat him, like some people treat him like he's God, like he's the best, because he's not, he's goddamn not. Well, technical wise that might be the case, I don't know, but he's not the best all around. He's not the best brawler. Hell, he's not even a brawler, let alone be the best. He's not a high flyer. I mean, well, sure, he can do a running knee and a couple of drop kicks, but that's it. He doesn't do a lot of insane high flying maneuvers, so technically not a high flyer. And he's a good striker, but I say the best man is RVD. Yes, RVD, and I'm going to get to him in a minute, but let me just wrap up things about Orton Bryan. As I said, I want Orton to win, and as for who I think is going to win, I think Orton. Because I really don't think that WWE are going to let Orton drop the title so soon. Like, I mean, come on, this is his first defense. They can't possibly have him drop the title this early unless they're that big enough of pricks, and they're that stuck up with Daniel Bryan. They're probably trying to make him the next John Cena. But anyway, that's enough of that match. Next match, Alberto Del Rio versus Rob Van Dam with Ricardo Rodriguez in RVD's corner. A singles match for the World Heavyweight Championship. And hold on a second, I'm just gonna have some water. Yeah, sorry about that. It's just, I really needed this because my voice was kind of drying out. Anyway, Del Rio versus RVD. I'm not really sure how this match is gonna go. I'm gonna say RVD is probably gonna dominate with all his high flying, throwing his body all over the place kind of action, and then Del Rio will probably come back with like a kick to the face, and then start dominating for a while, and then RVD, and then Rob Van Dam comes back and pulls off a Rolling Thunder, and then aims for a not shooting star press, a 5-star frog splash, and he nails it on Del Rio, and he goes to the pin, but Del Rio would kick out at 2.5, and Del Rio would then probably try and get himself disqualified, But then Ricardo Rodriguez will probably try and stop Del Rio, and Del Rio gets pissed off and he hits Rodriguez, and then Rob Van Dam could probably try and launch an aerial attack on Del Rio, but Del Rio can then hit him in mid-air with like a steel chair or the world title belt, and then RVD could probably win by disqualification. I don't know. That's just how I see the match going anyway. As for who I want to win, I want Rob Van Dam! I really want Rob Van Dam to win this! Because, you know, if you've seen our top five favorite superstars, our top 5 favorite WWE superstars with my buddy Mark, who's not here with me, sadly, you'll see that Rob Van Dam is my #1 favorite superstar, and for good reason. So anyway, I want RVD to win this, but I just don't see it happening. I think probably Del Rio's going to retain by disqualification or something, I don't know. The one thing that annoys me is that RVD, why is he with Ricardo Rodriguez? Why? Why? I don't get it. RVD is too good for to even have a manager, let alone an annoying, let alone someone like Ricardo Rodriguez. Really. What am I talking about? Anyway, next match we got the Divas title match. We got AJ Lee taking on Natalya, Brie Bella, and Naomi. This doesn't seem like too bad of a lineup, but I only got one problem. Naomi. You might be saying to me, "Oh, why'd you hate Naomi? She's a good athlete." Look, I don't hate her, alright? I don't like her very much, I don't hate her. I just have a big issue with why is she in the title picture? Why? Has she done anything? Has she done anything to earn the spot? Huh? Has she done anything? I don't think so. Or she might have done, I don't know, but I really don't think Naomi has done anything to deserve this. I can understand Natalya and Brie Bella because they're having a rivalry at the moment, and so they're pretty much bound to go after the Divas Championship one way or another, whether AJ likes it or not. But what the fuck am I talking about? Anyway, I don't see why Naomi's in this matchup. I think it should be Caitlyn, because remember the whole AJ Caitlyn storyline? The fuck happened to that? It only makes sense to have 4 divas who are already feuding with each other in 2 separate rivalries square off all against all in a fatal 4-way Night of Champions for the Divas title. That would make sense, right? But no, instead they have to throw in Naomi, who's not bad in the ring, but I'm not a fan of hers, okay? I'm just not a fan. And it just annoys me how she got the title shot. I'll never understand that. Anyway, as for how I think the match is probably gonna go, I don't know. Probably, I'm gonna say it's probably gonna be typical Divas match of modern times, but plus with some dominance from Natalya and some high flying from AJ. But apart from that, nothing really special. Who I want to win? I want Natalya to win, obviously, because I'm a big Natalya fan, and I want to see her as champion. Because I'm sick of all of this jobber status that she's in right now. As for who I think is going to win, I think AJ's probably going to retain. Because I don't think WWE are going to let her drop the title just yet. I'm thinking I should probably hold on to the title at least until TLC or something. I don't know, but that's just my thoughts. Not really looking forward to this match. I mean, glad it has Natalya, and AJ's alright. I don't hate her, but she'll never reach the Trish Stratus Lita standard. No one ever will. Not even Natalya. Then, anyway, that's the Divas match done. Next match is gonna be in the Shield. Hold on, I need another drink. Anyway, Anyway, so next match, like I said, the Shield versus whoever's gonna win the tag team turmoil. Like I said earlier, I want the Real Americans to win. So really, in this match, the Shield's match, it's pretty much gonna boil down to this. If this is what I think is probably gonna happen. If the primetime players win the tag team turmoil match, I'm thinking their match with the Shield is going to be primetime players dominating the Shield for a while, and then the Shield coming back and then just dominating the rest of the match. Sorry, and then retain the titles. If the Usos if the Usos win the tag team turmoil, I'm thinking that it would probably be just like before. Mostly the Shield dominating, but with some Uso domination as well, like into the mix. If 3MB or Tons of Funk won that match, I can probably rest assured. I could probably just see ahead. That's probably going to be a squash match for the Shield. Yes, I said squash match. As in, the Shield are probably going to completely dominate 3MB or Tons of Funk if one of them wins. And as if the Real Americans win, I think they'll probably put up the biggest fight out of any tag team I've ever seen. Because the Real Americans, as much as they've been treated as pretty much low-card jobbers right now, sadly, which is absolute bullshit, because everyone knows Swagger and Antonio a lot better than that. But so yeah, I just think if the Real Americans end up facing the Shield at Night of Champions, I think that will probably be the Shield's toughest challenge yet. I don't know. That remains to be seen tomorrow at midnight. And yeah, so that's the Shield match. Next up we have CM Punk versus Curtis Axel and Paul Heyman in an elimination handicap match, which I have no problem with, but I only got one problem. Why does this have to take place now? Save the elimination tag team elimination handicap match until Survivor Series, and have Punk versus Axel for the Intercontinental title. Because that really, this is my biggest strike with this Night of Champions pay-per-view. Remember the tagline for Night of Champions? They always had this tagline for Night of Champions. I said every championship will be on the line. Well, every title is on the line except the Intercontinental title, which doesn't make any sense because Night of Champions. Sorry. If I fuck up, I apologize. Forewarning you, my videos I fuck up an awful lot, mispronounce a lot of stuff. I think I have speech impediment or something. I don't know why the fuck this is happening. But anyway, Night of Champions is about every single title, like every single title being defended on that same night. So why is Curtis Axel not putting his title on the line? I don't get it. This is probably probably my least anticipated match. I mean, come on, it's CM Punk for fuck's sake. He can make any match good. But I just if you have this handicap match but have Curtis Axel's IC title on the line, that would have been a lot better. Even if it was two guys against one, and one of the guys actually is not a wrestler, that being Paul Heyman. But anyway, I'm really not sure how this match is gonna go down. I'm thinking probably that Axel's probably gonna dominate Punk or something. Not like dominate, but exchange turns in dominating. Like Axel dominates for a while, then Punk comes back and he dominates for a while, and then because Axel tags in Paul Heyman and then Punk just beats the shit out of Heyman. As for who I want to win, I'm really not sure. I'll probably go for Punk because I like Heyman, but I don't see him winning at all. I like Heyman, and I'm not a big Curtis Axel fan. I don't mind him. I don't hate him. I certainly don't hate Curtis Axel. He's not my cup of tea. He's not my cup of tea. So I might as well just go with Punk. And another thing about this whole Punk Heyman feud that kind of bothers me is that the only reason Curtis Axel is involved in it because he's a Paul Heyman guy. Really, that's it. If I was to book the Curtis Axel's match, I'd probably put his title on the line against someone like, I don't know, probably The Miz again. Because Axel didn't defend his title at SummerSlam either, did he? No, he didn't. Or maybe against Kofi Kingston. Yeah, because recently on SmackDown or Raw, I can't remember where the fuck it was, but they had like 2 matches, and I think Kofi's won them both, so it only makes sense if Axel faces Kofi in like what, a singles match for the Intercontinental title at Night of Champions. That would make much more sense. Instead, we get Punk versus Axel and Heyman in a elimination handicap match. What? I'm sorry, but I just think this is just not right. I mean, this is Night of Champions. You know what I'm on about. Anyway, and then here comes the match my most anticipated match of the night. Dean Ambrose putting his United States title on the line against Dolph Ziggler. Yay! What can I say? I'm really excited for this match. It's again, 2 of my favorite wrestlers. My favorite title, United States Championship on the line. So this is my formula. 2 of my favorite superstars plus United States title on the line plus pure epic win. So yeah, this should be a good match. There should be a lot of back and forth offense with lots of great selling from Dolph Ziggler. As for who I want to win, I really don't mind who wins this, because they're both my favorites. Dolph Ziggler wins, fine. Dean Ambrose wins, fine. Dean Ambrose wins by DQ, fine. Dean Ambrose wins by countout, fine. Dolph Ziggler wins by DQ, fine. Dolph Ziggler wins by countout, fine. Dolph Ziggler wins, but then the Shield interferes and beats the shit out of him, that's fine. I just love the 2 of them. They're 2 of my favorites. Although, and as for who I think is going to win, I say Ambrose, because WWE have been treating Dolph Ziggler like shit. Like, seriously, like shortly after his feud with Del Rio, WWE has been treating Ziggler like absolute crap. I mean, come on then. And in case you didn't know, WWE is actually punishing Dolph Ziggler right now. They're putting him on a losing streak and have Ziggler get his ass handed to him and beat every single week. And now you might be asking, oh Mike, why are WWE stop being such pricks and punish Dolph Ziggler? What did Ziggler do? Well, this is what Ziggler did. Because apparently Dolph Ziggler supposedly trashed Randy Orton in real life. Maybe real life or kayfabe, I don't know. But I think Ziggler said something nasty. I'm not sure. It was kind of like the time Randy Orton called Kelly Kelly a slut and he got in big trouble. So I'm thinking that's the same case with Ziggler. I'm not saying that Dolph Ziggler called Randy Orton a slut. Oh god, that's just so wrong. So anyway, I don't mind if those 2. I don't mind how the match ends, what the outcome's going to be. As I said, 2 superstars I'm a big fan of, plus my favorite title on the line equals pure epic win for me. And as for who I think is going to win, I've already said Dean Ambrose for reasons that I've already just explained to you. And my overall predictions of the show. I think it should be a pretty decent show. Sure, it may have a few flaws and a few flops and all that, but I'm thinking it can't really be bad. I mean, it can't be as bad as WrestleMania, right? Right? Yeah, I'm expecting this Night of Champions pay-per-view to be like just slightly above average, like maybe like 5.5 or even 6 as rating, whatever. So yeah, this is my WWE Night of Champions 2013 predictions, and probably on my first ever solo video in this whole YWC wrestling thing that we're doing. Anyway, this is Mike here, along with this is Mike here, and sadly without my buddy Marth. And before I go, good news about this year's Night of Champions. No John Cena, he's injured.